I'm going to explore the entire region of kind of west central Georgia. Oh, that's a Bottle and Bond single barrel.
That is a Bottle and Bond single
Okay,
barrel.
I gotta grab one of those for sure. Right.
Wrong store, sir.
I'm in the wrong store.
I'll take you in the back room, but you can't record.
All right, hey, see y'all in a minute. He's got a bottle he needs to open anyway. I didn't ask you to open it. We ended up going over budget. Another Friday, another bourbon hunt. Today we're gonna do it just a little bit differently though. Normally, I like to land at a town and try to explore as many stores as I can in and around that town. But today, I'm going to explore the entire region of kind of west central Georgia, and we're gonna try to hit the best store in each of the towns between here and the house. I asked some of my friends that hunt this area a lot. They gave me some great stores in a lot of different areas. So we're gonna start here in Carrollton, and then we're gonna work our way over to I-85 and hit a few stores down the I-85 corridor headed from Atlanta into Auburn. Right now, we're gonna get started with Bankhead Beverage in Carrollton, Georgia. A lot of that Augusta stuff here. The old Granddad 16. Okay, now we got Buffalo Envy. Look at the size of that thing. Jesus. It's a massive Buffalo. I assume these are most of the barrel picks. And of course the fancy stuff over here. That's the Madeira cask finish. Don't think I've seen that Savage and Cook right there. Cask finished bourbon. Wasn't a huge fan of their bourbon, and I think they've gotten bought out by Redwood Empire now, so not sure if that brand's gonna continue or what their plans are. Of course, try to do the best I can to show you all the selection. Don't have my wide angle lens with me. I'm assuming this is where the weeder was that everybody likes. Having single barrels were hard to come by for a while. Seeing those a lot now. Of course, $70. You saw in one of the recent videos, we were talking about these Southern Stars. Quite a few recent videos, actually. Is it a weeded single? Tis not. Just a regular old, I need a weeded single barrel. Matter of fact, I need a weeded in general. We need to look, make sure we don't see one.
I can't see shit without my glasses.
Straight rye whiskey finished in Amberata. I'll leave that sitting right there for y'all. An El Jefe sitting right there. There's whiskey everywhere. There's a Green River weeded. I really want a single barrel though. I don't think I have one of these at the house though. I probably need it. Very old St. Nick's Rabbit Hole Founders for $900. Batch 10 Kentucky Owl. That one's been around for a while. It's like a Remus Repeal set there. 5, 6, and 7. I'm always looking for the perfect gift, especially when it comes to the bourbon lovers in my life. And Father's Day, that's the big one. That's like the Super Bowl for the man that made you who you are. And that's why I'm pumped to share Original Grain with you, one of the coolest whiskey-inspired brands out there. Original Grain is a veteran and family-owned company started by two brothers in the Pacific Northwest. And for over 12 years, they've been making stunning timepieces from some of the most meaningful materials on earth. Wood from Taylor guitars, floorboards from the Grand Ole Opry, and my personal favorite, authentic reclaimed whiskey barrels. And for every watch sold, they actually plant a tree. Over 700,000 trees planted so far, and they're pushing for 1 million by the end of next year. And that is something worth supporting. Their whiskey collection is seriously impressive. They're watches that actually include wood from real reclaimed bourbon barrels. Yeah, even from Jack Daniels. You know how much I love a good old bottle of Jack. And now I can wear that same heritage on my wrist. Original Grain's official partnership with Jack Daniels means these aren't just whiskey themed, they're crafted with materials straight from Lynchburg, Tennessee, like charred oak and limestone. They've got 5 different Jack Daniels timepieces, including a brand new automatic design, and every single one is built to start conversations. And I love my Whiskey Espresso Rugged Automatic. It's a 46 millimeter automatic watch that combines espresso colored wood with classic steel. It's a refined, timeless gift that honestly looks like it costs way more than it actually does. And when I say these make the perfect Father's Day gift, I mean it. Like whether or not it's your dad, your partner, your brother, or just a bourbon buddy who deserves something special, there's a piece in the Original Grain Whiskey collection that fits. To unlock an extra discount code and save over $150 for their Father's Day sale, click the link originalgrain.com/Brewzle in the description, and it'll auto apply a custom code just for you. You'll save an extra $50 on top of their $100 off Father's Day sale. Check them out, grab the best Father's Day deal of the year, and rock something meaningful on your wrist, or give it away to somebody special in your life. Let's get back to that video.
Do you need help, sir?
Actually, I was just doing a little bourbon hunting. I have a YouTube channel where we just go around checking out the bourbon selection.
Appreciate you coming in.
Anything particularly interesting here that you think folks are sleeping on?
Oh, if you're from Alabama, you know there's a bunch of stuff. We're probably famous for our single barrels.
Okay.
We do about good 20-25 a year, easily. And that includes sort of highly allocated from Weller to my bottom that I personally favorite. Like maybe it's a Green River, maybe it's a Southern Star, Freight Ranch that I flew to Lake Tahoe to get the barrel. Probably one of my most favorite one right now.
Oh, the Freys are awesome.
Yeah, the Freys are good.
It's hard to get to Fallon, but other than that.
Yeah, it's hard to get to. Yeah, it's true. That's true. But it's a beautiful facility. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's another one that we kind of been doing it. First ever Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond single barrel.
Oh, that's a Bottle and Bond single barrel.
That is a Bottle and Bond single barrel.
I gotta grab
They've
one
never
of those for sure.
done that. This is the first one that they ever had. We have more coming in, of course. We have a Four Roses Skull Pig that's on the way, probably next week. And we do our so for Easter, we kind of do a bourbon hunting on with the Easter eggs.
Okay.
So where I plant the eggs with the good bourbons. Name underneath. So
you just hide eggs in the store somewhere?
pretty much hide it anywhere around here.
Is that typically how you handle allocated stuff? You just play games with it?
So so we do a bourbon day as well. We do bourbon day twice a year.
Okay.
So definitely for any pappies or anything stuff like that, yes, we do bourbon day. If I start doing with whoever spend the most money, they get the pappy, then half of the majority of people, they won't get it.
Right.
Because there's plenty of competition in there. So we started doing it where we'll just put it on a lottery where you could be standing on number 98 and you still win Pappy 12. I mean, that's the fun of it. So we do have, like that particular day, we'll have a couple, 300 people right outside just on the line waiting for it. They just get a free ticket. It's not nothing they have to buy or anything. You get a free ticket for being here. If you want to earn more tickets, you can buy store picks and earn more tickets, but your free ticket as well have a good chance as the paid one.
What time of year do y'all typically do
So first one, I always do it about October, November-ish.
Okay.
Second one, it depends because we don't know when Pappy comes in.
Right.
I had to reschedule this year because we thought it was coming in January. Then they, of course, postponed it. They were like, we are not releasing until February. So I couldn't do it till March. So it fluctuated between January, February, and March.
Gotcha. Just whenever you have the allocations to do
when
it.
Pappy comes in, I usually wait a couple weeks and knock it out.
Now with that drop, is it typically just Van Winkles, or is it like you'll do a big drop with a lot of bottles?
It's pretty much on any on a bourbon drop. I'll have at least minimum of 150 bottles.
Okay.
Then you're talking about Old Force Suburban Bourbon, Jack 14, 10, 12, Russell's 13, 15,
Gotcha.
all the B-Tech series, any mixtures, whether it's 10, 20, 25, sometime too. Last year we had 25. So anything that you can think of that makes you think that, hey, I don't think so, I can't get it. Now that's when we come in and be like, all right, there's a chance. We don't know how strong your luck is. We are here to, yeah. I mean, we tell people, it's not first come first serve, so they don't have to stand in line. That be here
Just be
3
here,
nights
yeah.
before. No, it's not first come first serve. Come in before 8 o'clock, and until I don't run out of ticket, I keep handing it out.
Have y'all happened to have done a Green River weeded pick?
We haven't yet.
Okay.
So I
gonna
don't
look
think
out
so.
for one of
State of
those.
Georgia has yet.
Gotcha.
So, because and we were the second store who got the first ever green. That's my third pick of just a regular bourbon up there. My next trip is for Penelope. We are definitely doing them. I did pick November E.S. Taylor, so that probably come in if, God forbid, everything is right in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace.
Any local, any like Georgia distilleries that you think are slept on? I know most
There's
of the
only a
Georgia
couple.
stuff's
Of
got
course, we
hype.
have Short Barrel.
Yeah, Short Barrel, 13th Colony,
13th Colony, second
ASW.
ASW. I don't have it because I did rent off my ASW on my last bourbon drop. So majority of this stuff you can buy it and get a ticket. So I do sell out pretty fast on them. So ASW I haven't done. No, last year I didn't do it, so I might do it. Southern Star is definitely not local, but our next
North
state.
Carolina, yeah.
Our next state. So that's another one that kind of surprised me. So we did them as a barrel as well. But yeah, Georgia only has majority of the time is Short Barrel and 13 Colony that actually literally pops out. And 13 Colony, they don't do that many barrel picks, and the one they do it with, it's maybe 4 or 5 in a year.
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't think they have a ton of inventory.
They do not, and being in that small distillery, great. They're getting popular, now. Short Barrel, same thing, then after they bought Old Fort facility, it's been amazing to work with.
Well, I appreciate the conversation, man. Thank you.
Anytime.
I'm definitely going to grab this Heaven Hill. Thank you.
What's your channel?
YouTube. I mean, we're on every channel, but like the Bourbon Hunts will be on YouTube. Okay, we do a lot of stuff on TikTok as well. I mean, these bourbon hunts do pretty well on YouTube. We just go out and try to find the best stores we can.
We try to be one. I don't know how far we have gone, but we try to be one.
I asked what the best stores in West Georgia were, and you were recommended. So obviously that's pretty good, right?
We appreciate everybody who said that for sure. Every barrel that we have, usually we have an open bottle, so if somebody want to give it a shot before buy it. Because I look at it from a consumer side, you don't try it, you don't know. And you don't want to put 60 and 80 and 100 bucks on a bottle just thinking that it would be good, because your palate might not like it.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you might be a different person who just hate that particular bottle, and it doesn't matter, it's a great bottle.
Well, and there's a lot of them. Like I saw your new Riff barrel pick.
Yes.
They're so wildly different.
There's a very good chance of hit and miss on that.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it. It was
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
anytime, man.
Anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Got you. Thank you. Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
coming by.
We got a lot of budget left. Let's get on to the next door. And next is Georgia World of Beverage, fine wine, imported beers, and liquor. A huge freaking freestanding store. Massive. I have been to this store before. I have bought some bottles here, but well before we started the channel, and didn't realize this is where we were headed. Old Forester single barrel proof right off the bat. It's a pretty good start. 133.9 proofer. Good old times. All right, as always, let me know what I missed. Got the bonded Tennessee whiskey. And of course, 122 proof cask strengths. I don't even know how to pronounce Mourvedre cask. Not even sure what that is. Fancy. Every time I see these, and these are good, buy these, enjoy these. $38 for craft whiskey, hard to get to that price. Every time I see them though, I think they're the cask strengths, and my heart drops for just a second, and then they're not. Amazing how many of these Old Forester single barrel proofs are just hanging around these days. Looks like there's a little Heaven Hill 19 and Weller Special Reserves there. I just bourbon hunting, so we have a YouTube channel where we just go store to store bourbon hunting.
That's cool.
Any bourbons you have here you think are underrated, flying under the radar? And we don't always just hunt for allocated stuff. We try to find a lot of local. We're pretty familiar with the Georgia stuff, but always good to hear what you think is kind of underrated.
So
Not underweight, but see the bottle, Highwest Midwinter Jam.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the allocated bottle. Last 2 bottles left now.
Yeah.
The Angels Envy Triple Oak we have it.
That's a triple oak Angel's Envy over there. Okay.
See the bow rye?
The Bourbon, yeah. You know, honestly, I have one of those. Been a long time since I've seen one on a store shelf. So I guess those are just getting back into distribution.
Yeah, and the Heaven Hill 19.
What's your
here
price on that 19?
is very high.
Okay.
$5.99.
$5.99. Yeah. I like the 18 a lot.
Knob Creek 10-year rye, we have it. Heaven Hill glass and grain.
Yeah. You have the rise.
Yeah.
And so how do you typically handle secondary items like that Heaven Hill 19? Are you typically marking them up? Do you have a loyalty program? Like, how does it typically work?
I don't really know. I just look over the social media. I look over some prices on the other stores.
Okay.
I call a couple of stores and how much they're selling for.
So you try to keep it competitive with what other people are doing?
What the other people doing it.
Okay.
Because people selling it at $6.99.99.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to keep it like $5.99.
A little below that. What about your Weller Special Reserve?
Especially $36.99.
Okay, which is not bad. I mean, I've got a few bottles, but I'll leave that for someone else to find. There'll be a lot of folks that'd love to have it at that price.
One more thing I can show it to you.
Sure.
If you want to show on the social media. So this is particularly Old Forester.
Yeah, single barrel proofs.
Single barrel.
Warehouse K.
Warehouse K and floor 8.
Oh, so it's
So
on the
all
top.
entire state, only 3 stores they get this one. 133 proof. And it's really good bourbon. See the dark color on it.
Yeah,
You
love
will
Old
see
Forester.
And the thing is what the Old Forester birthday bourbon, they came out from this warehouse.
Okay.
Some of the birthday bourbon. It's really good stuff.
Awesome, thank you.
And this one is Good Times.
Is that?
So this is like MGP, 8-year MGP juice. And we order from MGP and send them to the Good Time Distillery. And it was aged in stag barrel for 1 year.
Okay.
It's really good, 9-year-old. It's really good stuff. And same thing with this one. It was 10-year MGP.
Okay.
And finished in Eagle Rare BTEC barrel for 1 year.
Really?
It's really good stuff.
awesome.
$164.99. That's really good stuff. We have good store picks here. And the dark art, this is finished in white pot barrel.
Okay.
Yep, that's good stuff.
$97.99 on that one.
Yep, and we are getting 2 more store picks. One is 13 Colony Rye.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Are you getting one of the hazmat ryes, or do you know what the proof is on it?
It was 133 proof.
Okay. Awesome.
I might get 30 cases.
Okay.
Yeah, and we already picked 4 roses, single barrels too.
Do you know what mash bill and like what the OESV, OESK, like what you pick?
I just forgot it, but once I get it, I post it on Instagram. So
Okay.
you just look it over there.
I understand. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Yes, sir. Honestly, if that Heaven Hill 19 were a little cheaper, I'd probably take it, although I don't like it anywhere near the 18. But $36 on a Weller Special Reserve, I mean, that's just kind of what those go for around here these days. So not much markup on it. Those Good Times has some great stuff. And honestly, I'm tempted to have one of those Stags or one of those Eagle Rares, but the price was a little too high on them for me. So we are going to continue to move on to the next store. We'll see y'all when we get there. And now, just down 85 in LaGrange, Georgia, we're looking at Lafayette Beverage. We got, of course, Blue Note Uncut Unfiltered, $51. Full proof. Make sure it's not toasted. Make sure it's not cast strength. Okay, nope, 120 proof. Willet Purple Top Rye or wheat right there.
Allocations right now.
Okay.
Some of them just are store picks, not
Right.
really allocated.
But these are the more rare ones here.
Yeah.
$49.99 for a Weller Special Reserve. Barrel proof Elijah Craig's.
Starts here, goes down, and then it's on that last aisle down there.
Awesome, thank you.
And on that last aisle down there is a collection, our Doc Holiday collection, and we're kind of proud of that because
Okay.
we got a big,
Got a
little
lot of
set.
those.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. There's some Ben Holidays and Disco 10 still kicking around there. Don't see many of those. These have wide enough aisles where you can actually get a good shot of the selection here, which is unusual. 1792 full proof. It's one of the few stores we can actually show it all. Some mixture stuff here. Gotta look just to make sure there's not a 1924 sitting out here. Saw a lot of those in Florida, but then haven't seen any since anywhere else. Of course, I come straight across the line because you can get all these benchmarks, like $16, $20, like, give me a freaking break. In Alabama, you might get a benchmark now, but forever you couldn't get any. In general, things are cheaper over here. $26 for an early times. Those are usually in the 30s in Alabama. What is that? Popcorn Sutton Master Blend Bourbon Whiskey? $50 for a Popcorn Sutton. That's hard to read the small print. 100 proof blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. Popcorn Sutton was a famous moonshiner that I think instead of going to jail for moonshining, like he just refused to play by the rules and decided he would check himself out, if you know what I mean, instead of going to jail for moonshining. Legendary moonshiner, but wonder what he would think about his name on a bottle of bourbon. Now, if this were his mash bill for his moonshine, and it was distilled at a major distillery or a small distillery, even better, and put out, fine. That'd be cool. But who distilled it? Tennessee. Aged bourbon barrels from the hills of Tennessee and North Carolina come together. So is this Southern Distilling and TDG or Dickel? I don't know, we're gonna take it anyway. That's an interesting find. Some Yellowstone stuff. I do want it. It's a fantastic looking bottle. And I mean, I think the Doc Holliday stuff I've been hearing good things about. Blade and Bows all the way over there, and Four Roses. Stuff kind of spread out everywhere. What you know about this Popcorn Sutton bourbon? Anything?
What do you know about Popcorn Sutton bourbon? Anything?
I know who Popcorn Sutton was. Mm-hmm. He didn't make bourbon. Just curious if you knew anything about it.
No, not really. I don't drink bourbon.
I understand. What do you drink?
Wine.
Which kind?
Sweet wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just the
cheap sweet wine. Yeah, that's it.
Stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Easy stuff. Yeah, 58.40.
So
Three
we're
shots.
not going like Boone's Farm cheap.
Yeah, no, we ain't going
okay.
Boone's Farm cheap. No, we got to keep it like cupcake cheap. You know.
Thank you. Appreciate it. The Tap House. Ooh, some fancy stuff right here. Madeira cask. Magnus Cigar Blend Batch 234. Tepees Black Tears barrels. Finished in Malbec. Oh, Lord. Jill's a big fan of Malbec. Kentucky distillate, finished in Malbec. All right, we'll have to see what this cost here. Blue Notes. What's the price on that bottle?
$149.
All right, I'll do it just because it's finished in Malbec. Okay, if I just sit it right there for now? Thank you. So all the store picks and stuff are over here. Double oak pick, Maker's Mark. I do like the new labels that they do on those. 130.6. Y'all let me know the highest proof you've ever seen on one of these, because ours is about to arrive, and I heard it's 135.8, I believe, and I don't think I've ever heard of one that high. Rare Characters, Dark Arts. .120 proof on that one. What is this? Old Rick House Double Oaked Rye? Haven't heard of such a thing. 1792 full proofs hanging out there. Looks like some Heaven Hill grain to glasses. Always look at the floor whiskey. Oh, those are weeded grain to glasses too. Look at there. That's the best one, the red label wheated, the best one of the grain to glass, in my opinion. John Lee Hooker. Boogie chillin'. I thought it said booger chilled at first. Over 4 years old. Distilled and bottled for them in Bardstown. Oh, Green River Full Proof hiding behind there.
How we doing?
All right.
Wrong store, sir.
I'm in the wrong store. Why is that? TJ.
You sure you're TJ?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm TJ. Most people know me by Brewzle, but
Yeah,
you know. Is this your store?
It is.
Awesome.
I saw on camera, I'm like, who's recording the store?
Uh-oh. I got in trouble.
No, you're fine.
So anything interesting here that folks should know about but don't, maybe under the radar?
We have a lot of store picks on that corner. That's
Yeah, we were over there looking at those.
We had some, we just redid that whole thing last week.
Okay.
We just got some Wild Turkey 8 in yesterday, and
Is it the new Wild Turkey 8?
yeah, new Wild Turkey 8.
Ah, you got those for sale out here?
it is.
Okay. What's your price on those?
$49.99.
Oh, yes, I will take one of those for sure. I think they're supposed to be sending me one, but they're slow. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at there. Have you tried this yet?
I have not. We
Oh,
just
it's
got it in
fantastic.
yesterday. Fantastic.
We went up for their release event, and it's better than the export. It's better than the Jimmy 70th to my palate.
Okay.
A little more fruit forward, a little more of those Camp Nelson fruit vibes on it. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was awesome. Have you tried this? You've got one over there that's finished in Argentinian Malbec, I think, or Malbec cask. I got one sitting up here to buy.
Oh, it is a Heaven Hill Juice, 10-year-old.
Okay.
Not not sure if you heard of them. They're a veteran-owned company, if I'm not wrong, or how they do a lot of wine stuff. So I'm pretty sure they have a lot of like used barrels.
This company?
Yeah, that company.
Okay.
They do.
So Elliott
wine
Brothers,
barrels.
and
Yeah.
you say it's 10-year-old Heaven Hill?
Heaven Hill Juice.
Okay. Yeah, I'd never seen the brand before.
Yeah, and then it's all single barrels as well. Yeah, each one is going to be single barrels. I think you reviewed my 13 Colony cask strength a while back.
Okay.
When I first Georgia dropped it.
If it was a 13th cash strength, then I liked it, I'm sure. That must have been the one I got from Ledford.
Yes, a customer sent it to you, I believe.
I think he let me borrow it. He didn't give it to me. He let me, that's not
Yeah,
one you
so-
give away.
And one of the customers like, how your bottle end up, because we have a loyalty program and only loyalty customers are allowed to get that bottle. And one of the customer texted me like, I never got it, but how the Brewzle got the bottle? I'm like, hey man, I can't tell you. Somebody must have sent it to him or something like that. So, but that was pretty cool though.
I think we've got a lot of locals that shop this area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a lot of locals.
How do you, so it looks like allocated stuff, you bundle?
So no, that is what for my regular customer. They don't know anything about bourbon, and if they want just Blanton, supplier makes us buy a bunch of crazy stuff. So that's one of the ways to do it. We do have loyalty programs. So if you're part of the loyalty program and you have certain points, you get it everything at retail.
Okay.
And then we do bourbon drop once a year. Whoever has the highest points on a bourbon day goes first, and then picks their bottle. We set it up in 4 tables. They get to pick bottles from each table, and top 5 gets multiple items. So, but we have over 600 bottles when we do the bourbon drop.
So you just go based on how many loyalty points you have. That sets the order. Okay.
When you shop on the shelf, it would say 10x, 5x, and all that stuff. You get multipliers on points, and everything gets you $1 to $1 points. So that's, in my opinion, that's the fairest way to do it.
That is a very fair way of doing it.
Because I don't get to decide who gets the bottle at that
Right.
point. So my office is open, so customer gets to see what I have for Bourbon Day, and at least no other bottles are getting under the table or out of the table
Right.
from there. So
I keep looking at this Jimmy Red 10th anniversary, but I can't pull the trigger on it.
figure on that $300 bottle.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a 4-year juice, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
that's-
didn't understood why they keep $400 bottle at 4-year juice at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if you have had this one.
I don't think I've had a 9-year Sagamore rye.
It is one of the best rye you probably tried this year.
Okay.
It has a lot of mixture characteristics.
Okay, all right, you sold it. You sold it.
I promise you that. When we had a 6 bottle 3 weeks ago, customer opened a bottle for me and we tried it, and I was kind of blown away.
Okay.
With their finish series is fantastic, but I think this is the first time they did 9-year batch release, and Georgia only had like a handful of cases. It wasn't
Right.
So, yeah, but it's fantastic. You will not be disappointed in that one.
And so you sample all the barrel picks?
I have 80% of open, and some of them are on the last. So ASW will be the last 5 bottles, 6 bottles. Nashville is almost done. Do have some of them I do have open, but yeah, most of them are.
I'm assuming that's not a Sir Davis pick.
It's not. It's not. I wish it was a pig. It just came in yesterday with all this stuff, and I did not have space on the shelf, so I just stuck it in right there. We did 35 picks last year. I think we're about doing 20 this year.
So you're cutting back on picks this year?
Yes.
Why?
A little bit. Customers are not picking up fast enough. I think 35 picks are a lot of picks.
That's a lot of picks. So the market's just
Market has shifted a little bit in that sense, but I mean, I'm still doing 20 this year, so will be the first one should be Uncle Nearest. Next one should be coming up. We already did 12 picks as of last week.
Okay.
And then
so you're already well into your 20.
20, yeah.
What's the 10x?
So that's the points they get, 10x the points on.
So you get more points on a barrel pick.
Yeah, so more points on the barrel picks, or if there's a Sazerac item, for example, like Wheatley, Fireball, they do get 10 extra points because we have to know those in order to get allocated stuff, I would say. So we do offer those on 10 extra points, but best way to get the points is the buy a store pick that gets you 10 extra points, and like I'll put a limit on it so nobody abuses it as well.
Yeah.
So you can get up to 5 at 10 extra points. Yeah.
Gotcha. When you first started the 10 extra points, did you have somebody abuse it? Just come in and buy an entire barrel?
No. Okay. So when I first draw the loyalty program, I kind of took the customers' feedback. I talked to a lot of customers. It was we started with the 50 customers when we first started doing it. I mean, I just didn't go blindly. I asked customers like, hey, what do you guys want to? Like, I don't want to charge you $200 for a Weller 12. Right. I'll give you $50 and then tell me what to do. And then it's like, just reward your loyalty customers. And the first year was just blind, and then we had 50 customers, and about had 100 bottles, so everybody got 2 bottles. And then from there it took off, and then I had to literally draw a guideline and say, hey, let's not abuse it. It's all in fairness, because I mean, one customer has more money, one has less, so to make it fair for everybody, just like, hey, there's 2 bottle limit, you get points. Last year was 2, this year is 5, just to help move the products a little bit faster.
Do moving barrel picks help with getting allocation at all?
It doesn't help, but it brings customers in.
Yeah, it helps generate revenue to keep the store
revenue
going.
store going, but it creates a relationship with the suppliers. So, I mean, allocation works on the supporting their brand. So if I sell a Maker's Mark barrel, that gets me at the end of the year maybe a bottle or 2 of cellar release or their hard release, whatever they call it.
So it just helps that relationship a little bit, but it's still really selling Fireball and Wheatley vodka.
At the moment, yes. But it does, sometimes the relationship does work in your favor with the salesmen and the suppliers along the year, along the whole year of how you help them bringing new products in and all that stuff. So.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for the 8.
Yeah, I'll take you in the back room, but you can't record.
I'm always down for a... See y'all in a minute. He's definitely squirreling some nice things away for his loyal customer base, but he's got a bottle he needs to open anyway. I didn't ask you to open it.
No, you did not.
He's got to open it anyway. He's got a
trying
Weller
it
foolproof
to see.
pick, and you're going to sample that out for people that might want that bottle?
Yes.
You don't normally need to sample out a Weller full. People will take it.
To loyalty customers.
Okay.
Yes, I will sample that out.
All right, so we're going to be the first to try this Weller foolproof pick. That's a full-size sample pour right there. That would cost you $50 at a bar. Ooh. I mean, you can't mess up a Weller single barrel. You just can't. If anybody has had a Weller single barrel that wasn't fantastic, I want to know what it is, and I want somebody to get me a sample of it. I still tend to lean to the 107s. I think the extra 7 proof points on this makes it a little too hot for my palate. And so I don't quite get the complexity on it that I get on a 107, but my goodness, is that delicious. What are your thoughts? Give me your tasting notes. You got some very intricate, very delicate tasting notes.
I do try my best to pick out all the tasting notes, but I do take about 4 to 5 customers with me whenever we do barrel picks, because sometimes my palate is not the best palate, I would say. This is good.
I feel like it drinks hotter than 114. Most Weller full proofs drink hotter than 114 to me. Yeah.
It's sweet candy I'm getting. Also, this is my first Weller full proof taste, actually.
Oh, this is the first time you've ever tried
I had
it?
a
Okay.
Weller full proof. It's good.
For those that haven't had Weller, it's very sweet. 107, typically most of the Wellers are very red fruit forward, kind of a very cherry, sweet caramel forward. I lose a lot of that red fruit with the proof. It's still there, but it's buried in the burn a little bit on most Weller full proofs. But my goodness, you're right. Sweet candy is the right word. Like, that's what I like about Weller. It is a very candy bourbon. I mean, if you don't like Weller, you probably just don't like bourbon. You probably just don't like it. Maybe it's not for you. Move on to Scotch, you know, Irish whiskeys. That was fantastic, thank you. There's a Springbank 18 and 15. Are those on your loyalty program?
No, they are, anybody can grab them.
How much is that 18? I gave away my 18. I don't have one.
18 year is $229.
Do I want another one for $229? I'm gonna leave it there for somebody
You have
else.
Springbank 30 if you're interested.
You have Springbank 30.
Yes.
How much is that?
That one's gonna be like $2,000.
Here's my problem is I don't even like them, but I have them because people told me they were good and I like to have them for other people to come over to enjoy them.
Yeah.
And I have a 15, I have the 10 and 12.
Yeah.
$2,000, I would have to really enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, I have some $10,000 scotches.
Yeah, no,
I do have customers that they
not say, yeah, I mean, you're close to Atlanta.
No, I just have one client.
One client, okay, one in particular.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fun store. We ended up going over budget. Elliott Brothers was $149.99. I hope that's good. Jill was literally asking the other day about if anybody finishes bourbon in a Malbec barrel, and somebody was, because we were talking about maybe having one done, and they're like, Malbec barrels are kind of hard to come by. I found one. The smile on her face is gonna be worth $150. 8-year wild turkey now in the market at $50 freaking dollars, $49.99 for that bottle. Super excited to get home, crack that open, blind it against some of the other turkey products that I've got. And a lot of people ask, we try to spend $400-ish tops on one of these hunts, unless we just find something super interesting that I just can't pass on. Like, that happens sometimes. We will try every one of these that we haven't opened on a future video. Jump into the next live stream after this comes out, ask, happy to try it there if you want to know my thoughts on any and all of these bottles. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me and watching me go to a bunch of liquor stores. It really does mean a lot that y'all hang out with me and watch these videos. Let's get an old school bottle kill down in the comments. Let me know that you watch all the way to the end of these. And definitely wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. It still amazes me how much of an impact we've been able to have on the bourbon community. And I say we, because I mean y'all too. How many times these stores, you know, tell me that they have Brewzle fans that come in, or how many times the distilleries tell me they have Brewzle fans that come in, and how kind and courteous they are, how knowledgeable and curious they are about the actual brand, and not just there looking for a cheap drink or allocated stuff. And that means a lot to me that, you know, y'all are following along with this, that our message as a community is starting to resonate and get through with folks. And let's just, you know, continue to push it, continue to show that this is a positive social hobby, be open and welcoming to newbies, and show that it's not that serious, right? We leave the mistakes in. If I say something dumb, if I do something dumb, that almost always makes the final cut of a video. So appreciate y'all watching. See y'all in the next one.